everyone, it's Sean from What Up. Welcome back to another video. And folks, this is it. If you had never watched a What Up video before, this is the one you need to watch. This is tied for my favorite video of all time. It really is. So my favorite video up to this point was sitting down with Luke Featherston, who plays Gowan. It was an absolute treat. I love Gowan to pieces. He's my favorite character. Luke is such a sweetheart. But then I get to sit down with both Priyanka Bose and Taylor Napier together. So Alanna Sedai and Maksim. I think, honestly, this is how interviews should be conducted with the Wheel of Time cast. Seeing them together, having fun, joking with each other. It was a blast. This is definitely tied for my favorite video of all time. So if you love the Wheel of Time, if you're excited about the third season, if you want more seasons, if you just want to keep up with all the Wheel of Time news, and trust me, folks, there's so much of it coming. There really is. Consider making us your home for Wheel of Time news. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and of course, tell all your friends. This is the What Up video you don't want to miss. Share it around, folks. Tell everyone. And then go watch Season 3 on repeat. Watch Episode 7, Golden Eyes, on repeat. See Alanna and Maksim together on screen. And then watch them here on the channel. Just having such a great time. These people are amazing together. And I'm happy to be able to share this with you folks. So without further ado, here is, I don't even know what to call it, folks. It's great. Here is a great sit down with two very amazing people.
Episode 7 has done such great things to the Wheel of Time, I think.
It has, yeah, I think so too. It's been out for 6 hours now. What great things has it done?
6 hours of like the fans going absolutely apeshit about it. That's pretty cute.
Yeah, 100%.
Go on, it's your podcast, man.
Thanks for coming here, both of you today. You guys are awesome. Like this is great. I wanted to get you both together because the fandom hasn't really seen the two of you like this ever. I don't think we've seen social media posts, we've seen you bantering back and forth, but like this is just you two, which is great.
This is just what being on set with us is like. It's you're getting a real insight into what our tent is all the time.
That's amazing.
She won't leave me alone. I keep trying to go to other tents to talk to other people.
You're not allowed.
No, it's never gonna happen.
Not allowed. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I keep trying to escape, but she won't let me.
Yeah, I don't understand why that is necessary.
It's not. It's my misguided attempts to
make friends with other people.
You're not allowed to have friends, Taylor. I'm sorry. That's just
I'm not. I've found my only friend here, and she's fantastic, and I shouldn't ever have any other friends. I'm mistaken.
So thank you both for coming here today. I super appreciate it. Like you said, Priyanka, episode 7's been out for just under 6 hours, or just a little over 6 hours, I guess. And the fans are going apeshit. They super are. Like, everyone is really impressed with it. I haven't done my review of it yet. I haven't released it, but it's for you guys to know, it's a 10. Like it's another 10.
Oh, great. Yeah, well, that's good. It would be a really awkward interview if you were like, so I just want to tell you what
2.5. Didn't really enjoy it. Like,
it's actually my least favorite episode of the show that's ever aired, but I wanted to get on and talk to you both about it.
We're going to talk to you about how terrible it was.
That's right.
And we're so disappointed. Because, you have to understand, it's like, I don't know how Taylor feels about this, but there's this pressure of like, there's this thing riding on the show. Like, it's a different ball game with the writers. Some actors have obviously read the books. Some actors like myself is very intimidated because of the fact that there is such a big fan following, and we're walking on this like really narrow thread where they have to do justice to the books, whereas characters like me and Taylor come in and we are bringing our own, and the narrative is then guiding itself because of what we bring to the table as well as actors and as people, right? So it's been quite a ride, and that's why I do not take this for granted. about the fact that the fans love it, and a lot of them love us, our chemistry together. Also, everything else that we're trying to do with the show, you know.
And they do like by and large, the fandom has responded just incredibly well to both of you on screen. Like seeing the two of you together like this, like if this is how you're on set, like you should do a whole. They should do a spin-off of the Wheel of Time with just you two.
See,
Just that's it.
Thank you.
yes. So thank
Yeah.
you. So it's not
We've
something
been
that we
saying
did
that
not
actually
suggest.
for a long time.
We have been suggesting, saying that, listen, look, it is so evident what the Wheel of Time is after this.
Yeah.
It'll be a spin-off with Alanna and Maxim.
100%.
I've been pitching a sitcom where Alanna and Maxim move into a house together because obviously Abel's had to like go away and to protect parents' family. So they decide to raise Matt's sisters together. And it's just like, my catchphrase is like no channeling in the house. And it's just a very big,
You have
it's
to learn to
just,
be a horse trader. Like you don't know how to do it, but you got to
yeah.
figure it out.
I know how to. Maxim can do anything. I mean, and then Alana is just conjuring up, just getting into trouble every week of some
All
kind.
the time, and she cannot wash dishes to save her life. But she's great at telling people
But
what
she
to do.
generates a lot of dirty dishes because she's constantly snacking. So it's a real point of contention for everyone.
Non-stop.
So I heard
Yeah,
the story
so
from
I'm just like,
Taylor. I heard the story from Taylor about the croissant. That was a good story. I like that.
you told him the croissant story.
I did. And now everyone will know about it. Aren't
That's
you
right.
happy about that?
It will be out there for nothing on the internet ever dies. So it'll be live forever.
Ever. Everyone will hear my version of the croissant story and not yours.
Exactly. That's
How
my
fun is that?
problem with it. That it'll be Taylor's version of it, and wouldn't be my embellished version of it, where I have control of my narrative and my croissant. Thank you.
Yes, we must all have control of our narrative and croissant. Yes. Mhm.
So, like you said earlier, episode 7's been out, and it's wild. So I've seen it a long time ago when they released the screeners, and it was tied for my favorite episode of the season. It was episode 4 and episode 7 were my two favorites, for very very different reasons. Both were incredible, like fantasy masterpieces as far as I'm concerned. Like people were saying when episode 4 came out, best episode of fantasy TV ever, and I said best episode of fantasy TV so far. Because I knew 7 was coming, and it was wild. It really was. I got a real kick out of when Alanna was channeling against the Trollocs and the Dark Friends coming in, the shards of ice coming down, because everyone's like, yeah, it's gonna be lightning bolts. Nope. It was super cool. It was like a big blizzard of ice to come down, like slashing people. I loved that. It was awesome.
The nerds love it.
Yes, we do. We
Everything
super
like
do.
this. I remember like when Rafe narrated that whole scene to me. I mean, I could see like this joy in him, and he was just like so happy that I was going to tumble and do these fire things and let the earth shatter and the icicles. I'm like, wow, man. I mean, it's amazing. Like you guys are having a field day. I'm just having a field day because it's just written so well and it's executed so well. And I'm just like, wow, I live to tell this tale, even with my croissant story. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, did you still have bits of croissant like in your costume when you filmed that?
No, I
Some of the
had
pistachio cream.
blood. No, there was none that fell on my costume except I braced my knees and my knees had blood. Yeah.
She was fine. She was totally
It's all
fine.
your
She's
fault,
made
Taylor.
I
I blame you.
hurt myself.
not my fault. I brought her a croissant. How dare I? How
Wait,
dare I
I
which
bring
caused an
saved the
injury?
croissant.
it was only croissant related injury ever recorded on a food
I,
set.
it's true. It was so dramatic. It was so like cinematic at the same time.
Yes,
It
very
should have been on film.
cinematic.
Should have been on film.
No,
What I would
now Taylor will die with that because only Taylor knows.
Well,
well,
everyone knows now.
Oh shit. Damn it.
This is my life when we're filming.
Yeah.
So I'll title this one the croissant caper or something like that. That's what we'll do. Like that'll be the title.
Yep,
Yes.
That
yeah,
works.
yeah. Works.
So
I think.
I have to
Yeah.
ask how much time do you folks spend together, you two? Like, because you seem like you're best friends, like, or you hate each
Look,
other.
first
I'm
of
not sure
all,
which. It's
I
it's a
honestly
little
okay,
of
can't
both.
first of all,
stand.
neither of us had any choice in this.
We really
Okay?
didn't.
We truly we didn't
We had
have
to make
any
it work.
choice in this. We had to make it work. And the thing is, thank God he's good looking because it'd be very hard. No, I'm just joking. I'm so shallow. But I'm saying
He's very shallow.
but I'm saying that no, because the thing is, a lot of it started being written because the three of us were hanging out before,
Mhm.
and as the story progressed, I think everyone in the crew just took it for granted, and we would just gravitate towards each other, like whenever we were on set. And then even the crew started taking for granted, and our tents were together, even though Taylor would want his space. And it was just like terrible because I'm just like, hey, it's just so much fun when we were hanging out together anyway. And yes, we are best friends.
Long story short, we are best friends.
We're best friends, and best friends need to stick together no matter what.
Yes, yes, we do. No, I think Priyanka's right. I think, when we first started filming, it just, I don't know, there's something about us hanging out, it just worked. And it has, we've sort of just clicked ever since. I don't think there's ever been a moment where I felt like I couldn't be my complete self around Priyanka. And I hope that's how she's felt the entire time.
Oh yeah, entire time. I'm telling you, like the complete sense of ease, complete sense of comfort, and even if we didn't, that the fact that we were honest with each other from the beginning, and which was important because that's a sign of good, healthy relationship in workspace or in friendships or and I feel like that should be a little norm in a very toxic environment otherwise. And um and
Yeah,
and
everyone
I
else is
feel
so mean, so
everyone else is
toxic.
so mean.
It's the worst. Kate
It's the
Fleetwood is
worst. They're the
worse than
worst.
Leandrin.
They're the worst,
She's
and they're
so
the
mean.
most best.
I got that when I talked with her last and I did her interview. She was so mean to me. She yelled at me the whole time.
She's, I mean, it's not a stretch at all her playing Leandrin.
Oh.
It's just her
Leandrin
on
is all
screen.
about method, and
Yeah,
she is so like
so mean.
mean because we are
She
not.
actually tried to stab me behind the scenes, Caitlin.
Oh, that
Yeah,
would have been cool to
She
see.
tried to. Yes, it's
no,
true.
no, 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 no. Kate is the
No,
sweetest.
no,
I can't.
no.
No one
Kate,
can.
Kate
We're
is
gonna
That
have to put
is
that on
that
Reddit or
amazing.
she's.
something,
If
and it'll be like
Yeah,
Leandrin's
yeah.
getting
Kate,
Please
stabbed.
don't put that. That is total. Kate is literally the nicest
Kate
human
is
being
the
I've ever
most
met.
professional human being I have ever met. And it's amazing to just observe her professionalism, her ethics, and it's amazing. Like, we are creatives, we are all insecure in our own way. But to just hold space for yourself in that environment, like, especially as a woman, and especially like, to have like that kind of trajectory, like Kate, it was pretty admirable to be working with her and observing her. And
There's,
yeah, so
there's a
it
lot of
it
big
was
talent on the set with you two. Like, not to say that you two aren't big talent, like you 100% are, but like all together, the whole cast, like, is kind of impressive. Like, just everyone all together at once.
everyone's
Like,
so talented.
Everyone, it's a really intimidating group of people, in terms of the talent level. Um, Priyanka aside, of course,
I'm the most intimidating.
we all just sort of have to work around her, and make do. But Kate, Sophie, Rosamond, all of the Two Rivers kids, they're all just so great. And then there's Priyanka, and that's just what we have to deal with.
You two should have your own podcast. You really should. Like,
Yes,
I
I
think
think so.
you'd make so much money. You really would. Like,
But I would definitely, yeah, definitely vouch for that. But at the same time, I feel like knowing Taylor and me, we'd probably do the podcast like while he's making plans, and I'm just like, yes, let's do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's what that was our
I would just
dynamic,
be on
just making the
kayak or
plans.
whatever,
He said,
researching trends
let's do
while
that. What are you
podcast.
doing? And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to be on the road for you, like with you, and just to have that safety net and everything. But we'd be on the road doing a podcast for sure.
I actually want to do with Priyanka is I want to try to do some sort of travel show
that would
where
be
we
good.
go to a bunch of different
You could leave her
places.
behind everywhere you go.
All
Yeah,
the
yeah, we
time.
get into
He's going to
what
try
happens.
to
The
do
structure
that.
of every
See,
episode is
that's the podcast. You see, that's
we
the
get
plot
into a
twist.
fight,
He'll
and then
try
I
to
have to
leave
find
me
her,
behind, and I find my way back.
or she just gets shot with a bunch of arrows. There's like a timer, and there's a guy with
Shooting
arrows
arrows,
when
yeah.
ready. Yeah, yeah.
I won't be surprised if he tries to do that and then makes a show out of it.
We're gonna make so much money. It's gonna be great.
I
You
know.
Yeah.
might die,
I
but
might die.
You'll never have to work again.
you will. Either way, he'll never have to work again. And isn't that wonderful?
That's the goal. That's the dream right there.
That is the goal, and you achieve it either way.
See, you see what I'm missing right now?
Mhm.
You need season 4 right now. Is what you folks need. Like right at this very second.
Right
You should
now.
be right now. Like
We do, we do,
We,
we do, or we
we do.
or we do, or yeah, or we're gonna be
or you do the
panhandling
travel show and Priyanka
streets.
might end up dying.
Or yes, if you don't want Priyanka Bose
Just,
to die, give us a season 4.
just so we can feed Taylor for the rest of his life. My third world problem. You're gonna kill me?
Yeah,
This brown
it's
person.
more people like you more than me, so
You're gonna
it's
kill
more the
a
stakes are
brown
higher.
person from India just to feed
Whoa,
you.
whoa,
I can't.
whoa!
I can't. I couldn't help
That's
it.
we're
I couldn't
going.
help it. Is this
Well, we
live?
can't do this show. We can't. This is why we can't do it.
People are gonna love this, folks. They really are.
Yeah, I've had 2 drinks, guys. Oops.
Oh no! Oh no! That's right. You should come to Canada. Weed's legal here. You should. I'll cook. Like I like to cook, so
Yeah, so does Taylor. I like to make him work because he
I've
hates
cooked
it.
for you.
Yeah, you have cooked for me once, literally
What?
once.
Oh yeah, I've cooked for you a couple times actually.
hot
I've cooked for
dogs.
you twice.
Once.
No, I made
You bought me some nuts
I
and a
made
croissant.
salmon one night, and
Yeah,
I've done a few things. I've done a few things. Okay,
yeah.
listen,
He's been
don't.
kind.
Priyanka's actually a very good cook.
I'm an okay
So
cook. You see, I always fear that I'm gonna die if I can't cook. So I can conjure up something, yes. Yeah.
Do you use recipes or you cook with love? I cook with my heart. I just throw shit together until it works.
oh, it's the latter. It's definitely the latter with Priyanka. Being in the kitchen with her is it's like just grabbing ingredients, throwing them in the direction of the pot,
It's
and
true.
if
I
it gets
remember
in, that's
Rafe walking into his own kitchen where I have made a complete mess of the kitchen. And of course I cleaned up after
No, you
myself.
just yelled "end
But
scene" and walked out.
end scene. Cute.
personally think they had us do all these interviews separately, and they were wonderful, and I was so happy to be able to do them. But to really get the full picture of Maxim and Alanna, you sort of have to interview us together.
You have to interview us because we are nonstop like this.
And you need more than
Constantly.
4 minutes of you together. You
Yeah,
really do.
well, I do feel for you guys. 4 minutes is really hard. It's like one question and then okay, let's wrap it up. And you're like,
Yeah.
great.
We're still going. We'll just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you start a fire and that's it. It's nonstop. No. Like I mean, you don't have to indulge us. It's just
You
who we
basically
are.
what she's saying is when you're tired, just leave and then we'll stay on
Leave.
for another
You have
hour.
to leave.
I'll just leave it
You
recording, and I'll
you
get up, and
leave.
I'll go to bed.
Just
I'll
hit
come
record
back.
and then we'll be here for a while. And it'll be like a Dusty Wheel style
12-hour live
Yeah,
stream. I'll
link.
get a pizza.
literally.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
do a bunch of
Smoke
we'll
a
do a bunch.
cigar, maybe have a whiskey. We're still going. We're going, babe. It's
We'll be
gone.
here tomorrow morning.
It's gone. Yeah.
So how how have you guys reacted to the fans this season? Because like I gotta say, like, people, they really do love both of you so much. And I during both your separate interviews, I talked a little bit about this because I thank you both for playing the characters you play and how well you do it, and how much the fans reacted. But like, realistically, did you expect the outpouring of love this season? Because I think it's been ratcheted up probably 5 or 6 notches from last season to the season before for you two. Like, there are a lot of people that watch my channel that literally say they watch the show just for you two. And it's
Oh wow.
like, I get at least a couple comments in every video about that, about how awesome you two are. So
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I think it's always surprising, because you make these seasons, we make them in a vacuum in Prague, and you get the scripts and you think they're good and you think the stuff for your character is good and you're excited about it, but you never really know. And especially with this fandom, I mean,
we have good and bad. That's I know what you're getting at there. I know.
no. Fandom, people are very passionate, is what I'm
Yes,
saying, and
100%.
people are very passionate about these things, and about wanting things to be the way that they want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And Maxim and Alanna are this relationship that we have on the show is not necessarily what's in the books. In the same way, it's very much an expanded version of that relationship in the books, I'd like to say. And so you never know if people are going to react to it positively or not, and you hope they do because you like it. But it's been lovely to see, and it's been it's really it's nice, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same because we did make it in a bubble. We were very grateful, but through the SAG strikes and everything,
Yeah.
what happens is then you end up zeroing on just the focus that okay, let's just get the work out there because a lot of shows were getting canceled at that
Yeah.
time, left, right, and center. So we
Yeah.
were just like, I feel like that bubble got like a little bit more translucent, but we just went into focusing that, what? The bigger picture is that it is going to look really, really great. Whatever happens with it, it's very hard to detach because, a lot of us, like, I mean, I can only speak for myself that I've never done a fantasy or I've never done a show of this caliber in my life before. So I obviously didn't over expect as much as I over, gave. I mean, I can't articulate it, but 5 years, we all gave in
Yeah.
a big chunk of our lives to
Mm-hmm.
make a lot out of this and make of course the memories and everything comes, but
Mm-hmm.
it also comes after 2 years of shooting it. So which means that the anticipation is that if they if the sensitivities is the fact that if the fans who have been with the books longer say anything which is disheartening, it also feels a little like personal in that way,
Yeah.
because so much has gone in the in the making of it.
Yeah.
So I would say like 7 years have just gone into just making the show possible through the strikes, through COVID, through everyone giving up a whole chunk of their personal lives to make this happen. So I feel like in no way we take this for granted at all. We are
Good.
reading everything, which means we are
Oh,
reading the hate as well,
that's gonna be hard for
which
mental
means
health.
we are reading the fact we're reading the fact that you guys know that we've gone over the books and Maxim and Alana's track don't necessarily happen in the book. But you know what? Not to be insensitive, but I feel like it's kind of an autonomy we want to take as
Yeah.
people at this point. And it's fair for us to enjoy the fact that we made a very, very good show
Yes. No,
at this
100%.
point. Yeah, I'm very proud
And
of it.
congratulate you
Yeah.
both on
Yeah.
that. One of the things that for me personally, I've been a book fan for 35 years plus, since 1990 when The Eye of the World came out. I info dump about the Wheel of Time in real life, and people don't listen to me, which is why I did this. So, but for me, watching the show is like getting new books. It really is. So I remember being so excited for a new book to come out, waiting for it, not knowing what I'm going to get. The story is the same. The story goes the same routes. It does the same things, but the journey to get there has differences in it. And in me, that elevates it personally for me, because I like being surprised and being knowing what eventually will come, but the journey is different, and a lot of hardcore fans of the books feel the same way, and they really do. So yes, there are people, like you said, maybe not so good comments once in a while out there. I see them on my channel a fair bit too, and it's probably not great for you guys, but they are definitely a minority of the fandom, a vocal minority, but they are definitely not representative of the entire fandom at all. Like, people love what you guys do. People love the show, and I guess that shows it's number one pretty much almost in every country in the world as of right now.
Oh, great. That's good.
We've been kind of tracking it, and it's number one almost everywhere. Like, it's doing so well, which is why they need to give you guys 15 more seasons. They really do right now.
15 more seasons.
Sign the contracts for 15 more seasons. Sony and Amazon.
Yeah,
So
I would love
Sony
a 15
Pictures
season
TV,
contract.
Amazon Prime. If any of the executives out there watching, you'd be doing the world a disservice by not signing this for 15 more seasons. Just drop Rings of Power. Nobody's watching that. No one cares.
Well, listen,
That's my
people
opinion.
love Rings of Power, and that's for them, and it is a show that they put an equal amount of heart and love and effort
They
into,
do.
and
So
and
they 100% do.
and
It's just
and
not
it
doing
is
as
for
well
some
as the Wheel
people.
of Time. That's all.
You said it. I didn't say it.
I'm allowed to say that. I know you folks shouldn't, but I can't. Not that I don't like Rings of Power. It's a good show. I do enjoy it, but I'm not a huge Tolkien fan. Never have been, and the show's okay. But Wheel of Time is head and shoulders above, 100%.
I
Well,
mean,
we obviously are biased.
I'm definitely biased because I feel like not only because I'm in it, but yes, of course, I'm in it, but also to, I mean, you cannot miss the kind of talent on the
Yeah.
show at this point. You cannot miss. There is not one scene, there's not one thing which is like out of line. Whether, I mean, for fantasy, you look into the hair, makeup, costume department, and everything. So I feel like it's extraordinary. There's nothing like it right now.
So some shows you get things that are written well. Some shows you get things that they look pretty. They're gorgeous on screen. Some shows you get where they're paced well. They have a good lot of action or a good lot of drama. Wheel of Time tends to have all of that. Like, it really does. Like,
Yeah.
the talent behind the scenes as well. Like I talk you guys up because you're both fantastic, but hair and makeup, costume design, cinematography, the directors, everyone is so talented on the show, and they do such a good job. And it just works. Like, this season has been wild. It really has been such a good ride for everyone watching it.
And I will say, just kind of not to toot our own horn, but I will toot our own horn. Actually, I think that comes down to, I think everyone on this, it's other than obviously Priyanka and I love working on the show, but I think almost across the board, everyone feels so proud of the
Yeah.
work that they do on this series and are so excited by it and enthused about promoting it, enthused about talking about their time on it, enthused about whatever their job is on the show. And I think that comes from, this great atmosphere that we have on set. This is not an easy show to make. I just want to be very clear. Like, this is a really, really difficult show to put together.
Yeah,
And
because you
so,
have to understand in terms of logistics and management of it, it's a diverse cast. You have to, like, just me as an example, to understand the kind of groundwork we have to do in terms of visas, getting everyone on call on time, and making sure everyone's comfortable and safe, and it's not been easy. It's not like, look at the amount of actors we're talking about and from different parts of the world. It's
From
incredible.
all
And the
over
amount
the
of
world.
from all over,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the amount of actors who are on the show is equal to the amount of, we have a lot of actors. We've got a lot of our hair and makeup team. We've got a lot of costumers. We've got a lot of set designers and decorators and a lot of crew, and they all have to be looked after in the same way. But I really do think you're seeing in season 3 on screen. Obviously, it's well written and the performances are amazing. Everything looks good, but I think a part of that is just the joy that everyone has working
Yeah.
on the show and bringing this world to life.
And that comes
I
through.
think
We see that.
yeah.
Like, I think the fans see that. Like, we see people talking about the show all the time, and then you'll have kind of a few people go, "Oh my god, that's so and so. Their lead VFX here. This is this person," and they know who they are because they follow them. But
Yeah.
they're on social media talking the show up, and then we haven't heard. I don't think anyone on the show at all, like especially people like myself or Watt series, who are incredibly invested in the behind the scenes. And follow everything very closely. We haven't heard a single negative thing about anyone's time on set or around the show. Everyone seems to be happy and loves it. So it's one of those things where I wish my work was like that.
Yeah. I think that's why we all want to keep doing it,
Yeah.
because you have to love working on this show to want to take on the amount of work that it is for everyone. I mean, the actors in some ways, not to put us down, but in some ways we have the easiest job, because well,
We do.
we have a very difficult job.
We do. The writers are writing for us. Of course, we're fighting for our space because,
Yeah.
everyone's so incredibly talented. The writers done such great justice that everyone holds their own space. But yeah, we definitely in that way, like, of course, our sleepy time is important if we have 3 a.m., 4 a.m. call times and things like that. But having said that, we do have the easiest part of the rest of how
Well,
the mechanism
I
works.
wouldn't say easy. I think there's a feel for some people, not just in our fandom, but in the world, that actors like Hollywood has romanticized acting to the point where you see the big stars showing up from the trailer. They go in the trailer, they come out, and they work for 5 minutes and they're done for the day. That is not the case. I have working actors in my family, and they fight for their jobs. They, like you said, they're up early. They're working hard. They're dirty. They're
Yeah.
tired. They're stressed out. They don't
Sometimes
know
we
when
have
their next
three
job is coming.
jobs, and
Yes.
yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Like, yeah, it's all of us
Yeah.
unanimously. And then, I mean, it's never like you're here and then it's going to be consistent. It's never like that for us at all.
Well, a lot of times for actors, I think that, and it's not to say that uh, the work isn't hard, but I think for a lot of us doing the jobs that we're doing is the payoff from the years of work and the really hard work of the auditioning and the putting in time, making connections, making doing all the build up that you have to do when you're starting any business to put yourself into the position to get the gig or to get the commission or to get the job, whatever it is, whatever business you're doing. And so it takes a long time for any of that to ever really pay off. And to be on a show like this is amazing because you not only does it pay off, but you get to work with a lot of other people who are at the top of their game. And I guess the reason I'm saying that the actors have it the easiest is because I just get to focus on playing one character. Sharon in the costume department have to design probably 15,000 costumes per season. They're not just dressing, and the
And
level
the
of detail.
research behind it, and
Yeah.
then to archive, such like layered, if they're doing any season regulars and everything, to to be able to, like, come back from zero to again. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. It was a network of ants, I would call it.
Yeah, it's so much in today's, I guess, climate of instant gratification, where everybody just assumes they want and they want and they want. A lot of people don't take the time to think of all of the moving parts that go into this, which is why like the fandom's so passionate that we get more of the show, because not only have the moving parts been working, they've been working so well, like so far. So just keep it going, keep it moving forward,
Thank you.
and like it's amazing. Like I was fortunate enough this season to see the things early, and when I remember when I finished watching the entire season for the first time, I just sat there in shock because it was far more than I ever expected. It really was. It was beyond my wildest expectations for a season. I love season one, love season two, season three just blew me away. Like it really was something special, and I knew that, and I knew that when other people got to see it, they would think the same thing, and lo and behold, here we are. Um, so yeah, congratulations, folks. Like I don't know what else to say. Like you guys are awesome, and you're doing great work, and I hope, like I said earlier, 15 more seasons, please.
Yeah, I mean, with like who can keep Priyanka off screen? I mean, she's just a gift to humanity, and I think that humanity deserves to see that for 15 more seasons.
So speaking of just being on screen, is there anything else coming in the future for you two that you are allowed to share that you'd like to talk about? Or I know a lot of times you can't, or you're not allowed, but people love Priyanka and people love Taylor. So if you're going to be in other things, I'm sure people would love to hear that too.
I actually have done a couple things, but I don't know that I can talk about them.
No,
So
no,
I would love
100%.
to, I would really love to say it, but then I don't want to get a call from someone being like, you.
You shouldn't have said this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so yes, there are a couple things, smaller things in Wheel coming up, but some cool stuff, and yeah, I'm sure Free has always has something
I
going
mean,
on,
I
but
did,
maybe in yeah.
my country of origin, like, I live in Mumbai. I did an independent films. It's where I come from. It's my roots. I did that, and I'm reading a couple of other films, which is also in the nascent stage right now. But at the same time, I'm not really hating the little pause I have taken to make my home with, and so that's where I'm very engaged at the moment, just spending time with myself, with my family, to know what my, the next engagement would be, in that sense, commitment in terms of work. But yeah, I can't wait to get back on set, to be very honest. Like, the polarity of it. I want to be home, but at the same time, I want to be on set. Like, I want to, do something exciting, of course. So that's always there.
I do myself a lot of traveling for work, so I totally understand that. It's nice to go out and do the work and be away and see the things and have the experiences, but home is super nice. like
Yeah,
like being home.
Home is, yeah, let's be home.
All
yeah,
right,
and
so
you've
oh, go ahead. Sorry,
uh,
Taylor.
I've been to Priyanka's island, and I just want to make sure that people know that she has an island because
I
it's
do.
Priyanka. I
An
and
island.
it's a beautiful home, so I think I can understand why she would want to be there.
Yeah, I made another home in another island. It's just really fun.
She give us give us a season four so she can buy another island.
Yes, come on.
Folks, she needs more islands.
Yes,
That is the goal right now.
For her, islands are like
yes.
waters. One is not enough.
Never enough.
So I, I
Come
want to I
on.
want to thank both of you for being here today. I don't want to take too much more of your time, but you folks are both awesome. I love you both so much. I can't wait to see episode 8 next week for the wheel. But right now, episode 7 is airing, and Priyanka and Taylor are the glue that holds this episode together. I love seeing them on screen. So if you haven't watched it yet, folks, this'll. I don't know when this is going to air. I couldn't tell you. We're recording it today, but like it'll air before episode 8 drops. But
Oh, sweet.
definitely go rewatch episode 7 at least a half dozen times.
At
You folks have to,
least, yeah.
at least.
Put it
Uh,
on loop in the background of your life. Just never turn it off. Is the correct way
that,
to.
that's I
You
have like
really just get
8 devices
yeah.
always playing the Wheel of Time in my house. That's just the
Yeah,
way it is.
you
It's
need it
really
like in surround vision almost. Just like a sliver of real life, and then episode 7 all around you is the way to do it, I
that's
think.
100%. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you both very much for being here. Thanks so much for sticking with us here to the very end, folks. And here's to many more.